Yeah, there was actually a lot of kind of war of the words, I suppose. Oh, that's a phrase. But a lot of people talking shit with people. You had Pep and Klopp going at it as usual. You had Conte and Klopp actually after the one was like, you focus on your own team, pal. You know?
Like, I saw Tuchel had a go at Liverpool as well.
Yeah, like everyone is just like
they're all it's been a long season. They all want to wrap this up.
They are literally. I can relate to being like cooped up in a spot, and everybody's having to just like each other's necks. You know, his fucking problem is his fucking face. His fucking. I swear to God, if I ever see him again.
Well, funnily enough, I had a night out the other night there. It was my last night of college, like finished my last exam, and it was the first time our whole course had gone out. Like it didn't really get on that well.
Right.
But it was funny that night because it's done. I heard like more than ever, non-stop, like, you know who I fucking never liked.
Yeah, it's the way it goes, right?
Yeah,
and I can understand that because you're seeing these people. Especially in the case of Klopp and Pep, they've seen each other more than most.
Yeah.
And they're constantly being asked about each other. Do you think he's the best manager ever? Or are you the best manager ever?
Yeah.
So they're sick of each other, right? But one that caught my eye in the midst of all this kind of stuff, Wayne Rooney.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know who he's having a go at?
No, who?
Paddy Kenny.
What?
For his role in Man City's 2012 title win.
What?
Yeah, he hasn't forgotten. Do I have quotes from Wayne?
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely, always.
Maybe he's doing the Ferguson trying to deflect from the real issue in his life right now.
Yeah, he's busy with.
It's like, you remember 2012? Like, hey man, I do. Tell me about it. He said, on reflection, Paddy Kenny should have done better for a couple of those goals. See, get the second goal and QPR kick it straight back to them. That's never been questioned, which I find strange. Gibrez Cisse celebrating with City players after the game. Listen, it's a historic moment in the Premier League, and I'm sure if you're not a Man United fan, it's probably your greatest moment in the league. So yeah, he's
not happy.
He said that's never been questioned, never looked into.
Yeah, interesting.
Does he think there was an actual conspiracy there?
Does he think City weren't just going to hammer QPR?
Well, they barely beat them, I suppose, as we all know. Yeah. It was 3-2. That was the real surprising thing.
That they nearly fucked it.
QPR, I think, if I remember correctly, had to. We're waiting on Bolton to lose.
There's stuff going on. Yeah.
Like you say, if Bolton won, then QPR had to win. Now, this is not that long ago, so they could have got a message to the players that, Bolton have lost, so, you're all good, actually. It was pretty dramatic. And like we saw it there when City conceded against Real Madrid.
Yeah.
And, okay, QPR not Real Madrid. It's not fucking Benzema. I know that. But City were on top of that entire game. And once you concede that goal, once the tide turns, it's very psychological. It's like, oh, shit.
They're coming.
And actually, that's an even better example. If City can concede to Benzema when the tide is against them, then the QPR can definitely concede to Aguero and Dzeko and Balotelli. Like, that's what it was. I think that's what you just got to turn on it. But I was like, I thought that'd be funnier, to be honest. I've just fallen into the case of breaking down this complete red herring from Wayne Rooney in the midst of his wife's court case. I got sucked in. He did it.
Yeah,
he got me.
He did it.
He got me. That's
Fooled
son of a bitch. That's why he's the best, folks. That's why he's the best. I didn't even mean to do that. Shit.
No, honestly, that is nonsense. Nonsense. All nonsense. But listen, I've been on that road before. They're imposters.
I think to ask me, for my opinion, a little bit unfair.
But in between that, there was drinks.
Why are you talking rubbish?
Hello, everybody, and welcome to a No Nonsense podcast with Cathal and Will. We're in the final stretch now, folks. Last week, we kind of announced the dream of the quad had come to an end. This week, it's kind of been confirmed.
Yeah, I think so.
With City hammering Wolves, it's really put the score difference out of reach.
In the last two games, City have gone from being level on goal difference to being like 9 goals ahead.
10 goals in 2 games, they'll do that for you.
Just out of not like so easily as well.
Yeah. Whereas Liverpool are they just got over.
So much you can do, like
Aston Villa.
You have a final today.
Yeah, they have a big squad, like I mentioned, but Liverpool were playing Aston Villa. Gerrard's Aston Villa. Steven Gerrard did his best to cost Liverpool the title.
Yeah. But again, we said he does not want to hear people talking like Jordan Henderson, the best ever Liverpool. He doesn't want that.
The first 2 goals were actually shocking defending. They were just like all over the place. Liverpool looked nervous. Aston Villa looked bad. I mean, they just do have Tyrone Hughes playing there. So
Match made in heaven.
That pitch was so slippy. That was the Aston Villa end as well. For the goal, like the Aston Villa players were slipping all over each other trying to stop the goal going in. And I was like, as you were. And then they're just like, the worst place you want to be. Like Jared has been on record saying he wants to be the next Stoke. I want people to know they're in a game.
Yeah, I think he said. Remember, he threatened Saka's life. He's like, "Hey, if you don't have bolts in your knees now, you will soon."
Yeah,
or whatever he said.
Yeah, well, again, that's been a homework for you folks. Early, some early homework.
That's about 20 episodes back at this stage or something. I don't know.
Yeah, we made some like kind of this is a man's game. We're gonna play like men.
You should be like me, crippled.
Yeah, you should have earned every cent you've got in this game. But yeah, I mean the crowd were also included in this kind of atmosphere. You want to be like the Stoke fans. They were booing ironically for frees and that kind of stuff. Yeah. Well, they got loads of frees, but maybe
that's interesting that the fans buy into it. I'm just like, yeah, okay, we'll play along.
the promise of success.
Yeah, we'll do anything.
You see, in politicians, everything. You'll do anything.
Yeah.
The immigrants, it's their fault. Why don't you just say so? We'll murder them. It's like to get people to boo frees. I mean, that's pretty easy.
Yeah, it's easy stuff.
And speaking of the war of the words around the week, Pep was like, "Oh, everyone wants Liverpool to win. Everyone's against us.
Everyone wants. You know what I constantly hear? I love Liverpool. I want Liverpool to win everything."
Yeah, like
he does not know anybody outside of football. I'd say by the looks of it.
That's what I was saying that Frank should have done earlier on. Is that people would love to see a big club like everyone else. Yeah. I mean, that's way more true than, which isn't really true either, but like everyone against us. Okay, you got Man United fans for one.
Yeah.
Definitely don't want either to win.
Absolutely not.
Everton. Mm-hmm. That's another half the city.
All of the London clubs, I would assume.
Yeah, I mean, versus City or Liverpool, I don't think it's the case of like, oh, I hate them both. If I had to pick, do you know? I think that's like, I think most like once it's not their club, they don't actually care.
Yeah.
They start talking about fourth place.
Yeah, it's like that's what's really important. Let's not lose sight of this.
Like Chelsea fans, I guess. I don't know. We should ring Chris, would we?
Live on air.
Yeah, I'll fucking ring Chris. Chris is a Chelsea fan. See what he says. He might call back.
Look, he's got a lot in his mind. He's a cup final coming up.
Cup final today for Chris. That's the real fan. See, he's thinking about Chelsea. He's not thinking about fucking Liverpool or City. Who would I want to win the league more? I just thought it was a weird thing from Pep.
Yeah, it's tough to make it like everyone's against us when you're Man City. It's like gigantic.
No, it's easy when you're Man City, but it's also Liverpool. It's like, well, that's a bad pick. If you've been Leicester, 100% agree.
Yeah,
you've been Arsenal. It's not won the league in years.
Yeah.
I think that's an easier one to do. But I mean, Aston Villa certainly were not up for Liverpool.
No.
Again, I don't think they probably care either one. I don't think they have probably a preference. But in that game, they were definitely not up for Liverpool to win any more points. But and that's just the class of Sadio Mane for one.
Yeah,
Liverpool for two. It wasn't like inevitable. I was watching that game and thought this is going to be awful.
This
is going to end the season right now. The last few games
right before the final is going to be bad stint.
They might just win the Carabao Cup. That's it. I thought this is going to be Klopp might get sacked. No, I didn't think that, but I just thought like this is not going to happen. But like, just it shows the quality of this team. They're on course to be the best team in everyone in the league. I think.
Yeah,
that's going to be.
I think for the second time, aren't they already that?
Yeah, well, maybe the second best or best team to everyone in the league, which is not something that Henry ever wants. No. Like fucking Mayo and GA, the best team ever in Ireland. Like, wow, that hurts even more.
Yeah, that's much worse.
I'd rather we didn't deserve it.
Yeah, you want to be the worst team that won the league.
Yeah, way
9
more.
times out of 10.
I'd love to be fucking Leicester. Like, oh well, that was the worst thing. Hey, sorry, I can't hear you over the shine from my medal.
Yeah,
fuck you.
Do you know how much money I won on this?
Yeah,
I put €2 on it, and I'm a millionaire.
That's what you want.
Yeah.
Which Norwich, actually, another one I thought of. Think they like Liverpool? Think John Ruddy wants Liverpool to win the league?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Tuchel agreed. He was saying the same thing.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, it seems like everyone's up for Liverpool in the media, and like no one wants Chelsea to win. But they're playing them in a final. That makes sense. They has to make.
Yeah, you got to wrap them up in that kind of a battle of.
And then also, it's like people. It's not that people don't like Chelsea. It's there's other stuff going on with Chelsea.
Yes, yeah. There's a lot of stuff going on with Chelsea right now. They really don't care about anybody but themselves. And they shouldn't. They have a lot to Yeah, start your own house.
Someone who really cares about Chelsea, by the way, is Romelu Lukaku. You saw his...
Oh, we'll get that later on, Will.
Man, can't believe he's done it again.
We get that later on. But I was thinking, actually, because Danny Ings had a few chances in that game, right? Didn't celebrate last week when he scored against Burnley. That's what he started, Will.
Yeah.
I think. In the Premier League, anyways.
Oh, yeah.
And he nearly scored. He actually did score, and then he did the kind of mute celebration. I was like, I can't believe he's doing it against Liverpool. He was offside. As well as one time he knew he was offside. I was like, okay, well, that's...
So would he have celebrated?
I don't know. So I checked to see if he celebrated against Southampton.
What a few weeks he's had.
He scored against them this year as well. He scored all his former clubs, bar Liverpool.
Yeah.
Didn't celebrate against any of them.
Nice guy.
What do you feel about that, man? The non-celebration.
I feel it's... Look, if you're like... You'd have to be like a lifelong fan of the club or something, where it's like it literally annoys you that you're like, I like them. I want to see them do well. But like if you're bouncing from club to club, like, you have an affiliation to all of them. You clearly didn't.
Yeah, you're very briefly.
You were there 3 clubs ago. Celebrate, man. No one cares.
I don't mind. That's me. I do mind it because I feel like it's very kind of like for Instagram. It's for like the hashtag respect. From like what Southampton fans. Like what you like? But it's all like keeping your options open for future endorsements down the road.
Yeah, because you never know when you're going to be on the transfer list again.
Yeah, and like you might have to fucking open something in Southampton, and that might be a bit of money. Like it's constant thinking like in business terms, like, rather than just score a goal.
Yeah,
it's like boys, sorry about that. I'm just doing my job. It's not personal. It's like, yeah, I know you're not even from here.
Yeah, it's not every time you see a celebration, the player is like, I fucking hate them.
Yeah, very rarely.
Showed them. Yeah, sometimes it is.
Very rarely, but like if Danny scores a goal against you playing for Aston Villa from a team that you used to play for, Liverpool, Burnley, and now Southampton, you're just in the middle. Like, if you're mad about that as a Southampton fan, get a fucking life for one. Yeah. But that's annoying. But what I really hate is the apology ones. Like,
sorry, didn't mean it.
Don't you start now. That was not what I meant to do. So yeah, it is. Yeah,
you could have missed
100%. That's what I meant to do. And like again, your job. Yeah. But it's that was Liverpool Villa. They got the job done there. Still in touch, but I mean, there's a 7-goal difference now between them and City.
I think it's 7 goals.
They're going to need a Bristol Rovers type 7-0 win last day of the season, and City to also lose.
There is no way they're coming up against a keeper like that.
That's what they need.
Yeah.
Other games we had then, we had Chelsea Leeds as well. Chelsea looking to solidify that top 3 spot.
Yeah.
I was watching that on Sky. Turned on like just midway through the pre-game preamble.
Yeah.
And Graham Souness was there, of course. And he's talking about, I think, both clubs because they both had like kind of rough enough seasons and like off-field stuff and injuries and stuff. Graham Souness says it's the manager's job to take away the excuses from the players. I thought that's a very interesting insight as the way Graham Souness sees probably everybody. Yeah. Don't let them have excuses.
Yeah, stop them.
Stop having any excuses. Then it's their fault. Yeah. They can't throw Graham on the bus this time. I've taken all your excuses away, pal. It's like...
That's definitely not the main job of the manager. The manager is to do well.
Take away their excuses. Therefore, you're not culpable.
Make them worse.
Make sure that's on them.
Yeah.
You are a failed manager, Graham, you say? Oh, interesting. Interesting that you've never actually reached a lot of success as a manager. That's your
I like the idea of him watching like one of the early Lampard interviews when Everton were just sinking. He's like, this guy knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
This guy gets it.
They have no excuses. It's on them, actually. Yeah. That was... and then Chelsea actually looked like a great game. It was going to be a good game. Leeds were pressing very highly, which was a terrible idea against Chelsea.
As always, classic.
Really good players, and they're pressing highly, and then let Lukaku in behind.
Yeah, the fast strikers they have.
Big, strong, fast guy who likes to get in behind, let him in behind. But it was a good game up until Dan James did something really stupid. Sent off. I was like, exactly like last week, Luke Ayling as well, like ruined the game on them.
Yeah. There must be something they're being told. Like, go for it, lads. Really fly into everything.
And boy, did they.
Yeah.
And that was the end of their fucking challenge then because Chelsea just passed around them. Really good players. Like Mason Mount scored their first goal. Arrived late in the box. Very Frank Lampard-esque for the former Frank Lampard protege.
Yeah, son.
He's had an alright season.
Yeah, I saw that. He's like, I think we had literally said a few weeks ago that he had a bad season, and then the day later I saw his stats. He's like, he's doing really well.
Sneaky good season. I guess just like when you're not really competing for the league and you're Chelsea, it's like, you know,
the games you're like scoring in and winning, people aren't watching because City are playing, they need to win the league.
Yeah.
You're just quietly like coming third, and it's like I don't need to see that Chelsea game.
Like, you have to have a good season, but then you also have to do like those goals against Liverpool and City in the games people are watching. He's being savage this year. Because I saw him score a goal. Yeah. And then you say, oh, he's got 10 goals and 10 assists, whatever it is. It's
I've
like,
seen,
it's
like I watched Salah play 6 times this year. He scored in every game. He's player of the season easy.
yeah. That's the kind of thing. You need to do it when people are watching, I suppose. They had Reece James back as well. I mean, what their season would have been if they had Reece James and Penn Chilwell back.
That was their whole thing, was everything depended on the 2 boys. And then they both got injured. And then immediately people were like, I don't know about this Tuchel guy.
Yeah. Well, fucking, you get called like he's going to be sacked over this, over injuries.
He was so lucky. The Ukraine war is the best thing that ever happened to Tuchel.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I mean, it's probably a tough year for Tuchel, but I'd say he probably wants out at this point, to be honest.
It's a lot of fucking hard work.
Yeah. Because I had, Alonso and Azpilicueta, usually pretty good backups. Yeah. But both of them, for the first time ever, played an international tournament past the age of 30.
Yeah.
And they are spent.
Yeah, they're fucked.
I don't know who's more out on their feet, Azpilicueta or Seamus Coleman.
Yeah.
But they are the shadows of their former selves at the end of the season.
I think he's going to Barca.
Is he?
I think Azpilicueta is linked with Barca. Yeah.
Fuck. Again, as a backup, playing 20 games a season, fine, but the fact that they play all those games, that was never the plan for Tuchel this year, so that's what's kind of fall apart. But Reece James come back there to the last day, it was like, oh yeah, that's why everyone's back in Chelsea to win the league.
Yeah.
Him and Mount linking up, unbelievable. But yeah, it was Lukaku on the score sheet as well.
He's doing his best.
He should have more. Should have a lot more, because Leeds were completely open.
Yeah.
The first, before Dan James got sent off, they were completely open. He had loads of chances, and then they kind of sat back as what it's going to do.
Those are his games, the Leedses of the world.
And then when they were sitting back, that's when he got his goal. Ironically,
yeah.
After all the chances, he had 3 or 4 chances to put that in the net, and Leeds favourites was going down, desperately trying to get. And he was just dummying, and then just kicked it in. But yeah, he wasn't happy with that, was he? He wasn't happy with just 1 goal.
I think you even called it.
I did, yeah. You went watching the game, and I was hoping he'd score 2 goals now. So he scored 2 games in a row. We know what happened last time he scored 2 games in a row.
Yeah.
And you texted, fuck, Lukaku scored again. I was like, yeah, man, but it doesn't matter. Should have scored more. I was watch him do some interview, and sure enough, what was that a story he put out?
So his agent put out a story that he wants to leave, and he said, "Hey, no one represents me. I do everything for this club." It's like, well, your agent represents you. That's a little.
I can't be managed by a manager.
yeah, and literally, there was no story of Lukaku sacks agent who was like, no,
yeah,
he's like, if I do another interview saying I want to leave, they're going to be so mad at me. You do it, I'll say I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, so he let out some fucking weird story about. Just a pointless story about
right before a fucking cup final,
which he starts in, by the way. He starts in today.
Do you think that is a case of Tuchel wants to win the game, or is it a case of you fucking go out there and show me?
100% he wants to win the game. I think that's. I mean, obviously they're playing Leeds, which help. But at this point, Tuchel is. He's got new bosses. There's been obviously a lot of fucking tough times for this club over the last few months, but they are billionaires.
Yeah.
Famously impatient.
Yeah.
Like to just buy their way out of trouble.
And they just whenever a new ownership or new company takes over, it's like, we have our own people.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how well they're doing. They might just be like, nah, we kind of have an idea.
Especially if you can't get anything out of your £100 million striker that you just bought.
Yeah.
And they already owe billions.
Yeah.
To a Russian oligarch.
Yeah.
This won't last forever, folks. He's going to be back.
Be warned.
So yeah, you want Tuchel to get your money's worth out of players. You don't want to spend. Can I have another $100 million for Martinez?
Yeah.
No, you can't. What about the guy? We just bought you one.
Yeah.
So I think Tuchel's doesn't like Lukaku, doesn't like even how he plays, but he has to try and get some goals out and say, look, I can play with others.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
And if the opportunity comes to get someone else, I will. But I can manage anybody. So. Yeah. Tuchel kind of is. That's why I think he wants to get out. To be honest, I think this is not what he wants to be fucking having to work with Lukaku.
Yeah,
who's publicly criticised him and his system before this,
very early doors.
Yeah, after he wasn't playing well.
Yeah,
and now he has to play Lukaku. So I'd say he might get 1 or 2 goals left out of Lukaku, which would again,
is it 1 left in the absolute?
1 left because he scored. You said he wouldn't score more than 5. He scored 5.
Oh,
so you're on the precipice. But look, the thing about the absolutes, this is why it was a good, I think, segment, because the predictions are so up in the air. We have no idea what's going to happen, and the stuff that's happened and the way that our absolutes might come through is not how I thought it was going to go.
Yeah,
I did not think this is how Arsenal will be getting top 4.
Yeah,
I thought they have it wrapped up. I thought they were just like going on a. I didn't think it'd be the last few games. But yeah, I don't know, man. That was Chelsea Leeds. Chelsea won that game. I think they're pretty safe in third now. So that's
yeah, I think they're mathematically even.
Yeah, because Arsenal lost to Spurs and Spurs won them. So yeah, that's the top three. I think are taken care of at this point.
Yep.
Well, we will see. We'll see with Liverpool and City.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, City beat Wolves 5-1. Jesus Christ.
Decimated.
After they just drew at Chelsea 2-2, I thought this would be a banana skin. A potential banana skin here for
Hammered.
For City and Kevin De Bruyne.
3 goals in 20 minutes.
Yeah, they scored first, and then Wolves came back and they got an equaliser. And let's fucking end this right now. Kevin De Bruyne, 3 goals in the first fucking half. After I said they had no stars, no Galacticos. Kevin listens. That's one of our listeners will.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he was someone we were talking last week about. We called him boring and
family man. No, we not that he wasn't a good player, but said he's just not a star. He's he's in the system. What's he do? 3 goals in the first half.
Single-handedly wins the league. He scored 4 goals.
4 goals in the game, 3 in the first half.
Yeah.
But he's not a Galacticos too.
No,
because after the game, the interview was like, "This is your chance now. Prove me wrong, Kevin."
Yeah, say something crazy.
He should have started talking about Erling Haaland.
Yeah.
He should have been like, "Yeah, Bundesliga, that's cute."
Yeah.
Been there on that.
Yeah, caused some trouble.
You know what happened then? Went to Chelsea, couldn't get a sniff. Couldn't get a 46-year-old Frank Lampard. That's what happened to me. So yeah, come on over, man.
Yeah, see how it goes.
We've got goals. We can score goals. You got to go over here and prove yourself.
All the best players do interviews like that. They just cause unnecessary hardship.
That's what Galactico had done.
Yeah.
He said, look at Sterling, man. He scored again tonight. He's getting fucked off to Arsenal.
Yeah.
The poor bastard. Right? So yeah, come on over here with your Bundesliga's goals. See what happens. We're waiting for you.
If he gave that interview, it would be like the biggest news story in sport this year.
And he'd be the biggest star in the world.
100%.
Because he backs it up.
He's on every billboard.
This is what I mean. This is what I mean.
He needs to hire us.
That's what I should have done. And then, Haaland comes over and it's like, remember when Bale joined Ronaldo in Real Madrid and everyone's like, it's like 60 cameras videoing the handshake?
Yeah.
Because I was like, Ronaldo's going to go crazy if this guy scores goals. Like, there's no one that's the team who would care. If a Haaland was good or bad, they go, well, we'll probably get some else. Or, hey, it's good they're winning. Like, Kevin White wouldn't care, man.
No, he's going to be happy to get assists. He was like, yeah, that's great for me.
They even asked him about
Not good enough, Kevin.
They asked about the Real Madrid game. It's like, yeah, just kind of one of those things in games, one of those crazy kind of sequences of play. We kind of lost the run ourselves. I was going crazy on the bench, he said. With a totally straight face, he goes, I was going crazy on the bench.
I could imagine.
I was losing my mind. Life was slipping away and there's nothing I could do. But life goes on and we win more games and we win the league. It's like, oh my God, boo!
Yeah, boo.
Boring. You're a boring bastard. You're really good, but you're a boring bastard.
Yeah, never going to be a Galactico, pal.
No. So maybe Haaland would be the guy to be the
Haaland
star.
is a bit of a personality. Did you ever see his rap video from when he was younger?
Gutta kan nok slutte å bade så mye, da blir det ikke noe løye. Prat heller om verdenskrise, syns det er mye viktige gutter. Jeg lyng og alle vet det, jeg han som du kan se på TV. Til og med bra ut når jeg spiser, jeg syns det er mye riktige.
Lots of rap videos, lots of interviews where he talks about being kebab, being his favorite food.
He's good crack.
Good crack.
Looking forward to him in the league.
Pep's going to make him a failure, I think. He'll be out in his arse. He'll be in Arsenal in 18 months.
Yeah.
Crocs, probably. Unable to run or walk.
He's too big to be that fast. It's definitely not going to last.
Yeah, a bit of the Zion Williamson's about him, wasn't there? It's like, it doesn't make sense. The physics, they don't make sense.
Because I remember the first time I saw him, it wasn't his goal or anything. There was a video on YouTube of like, this 6'6" freak is faster than Mbappe. And I was like, I have to see this guy.
Yeah,
and sure enough.
Yeah. When they compare Mbappe and Haaland, like just 2 completely different specimens of people, like just 2 freaks in their own way, like it's not normal players at all. Yeah, and then of course we had the North London Derby, the postponed North London Derby, which is funny because Tottenham were actually wanted to play the game at the time. If I remember. Yeah, they were the ones giving out.
That was the whole thing. Yeah.
And Arsenal like, oh, nothing we can do.
They're chicken.
COVID.
Yeah.
It's probably best for Arsenal that they had played that time because they didn't have Son.
Yeah.
Who was the real...
I mean, was that when Tottenham were in real, like, we're losing to fucking teams I've never heard of in the Conference League and then people are leaving? That's when you want to play it.
I think it was when Arsenal are going badly or whatever, or maybe just kind of like that they have all their players and Arsenal have injuries.
Yeah.
Oh, and we have a COVID case.
Yeah.
We got cancer for COVID. It's like, well, it's more than the injuries though. Surely this is kind of bullshit. It was at that kind of grey area.
It was the last one, I think. After that, people like the league was like, "This is done."
Yeah, because we were talking about like, oh, when it was Arsenal, it was like, oh, well, now it's taking the piss. These guys are always injured, you know, and that's what Tottenham's defense was, I think. Like, okay, well, that's actually not a defense, lads. Again. But then it was a bad look because it kind of got traction. It's like, okay, we have to just draw a line in the sand here, get some magic foam out here, and draw a line.
We had said all the time, like all season,
Yeah.
when all eyes are on Arsenal, that's when it's trouble.
Yeah. Well, look, another game ruined by foolishness as well.
Yeah.
I mean, Rob Holding, I don't know, it seemed personal to me.
It's the Xhaka usually does it in those games.
Not like that, man.
No, not.
This was like repetitive.
Yeah.
The first two fouls where he grabbed him and held him down, stopped him getting up, and pushed him off. I was like, oh, okay, this is like mind games.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
target son, get in his head. You know,
Yeah.
no one's ever done that before.
No.
Kane's a big guy. You're not going to push him off the ball. You know, he's got. Look at how he's bounced back this season. Yeah. This guy's fucking constitution is rock solid.
Premier athlete.
You're not going to shake him.
No.
Okay? He should not be playing as well as he is.
No, he's amazing.
So go after Son. That's what I thought it was. But then it was like fouling. Like I know obviously Son is rapid and Holding is, you know, it's in the name.
Yeah.
He's slow. Okay, he's got to hold on for dear life. But it was just like stupid fouling.
Yeah.
And even everyone's talking about the penalty that Cedric gave away. If you watch that back, Holding is the second one.
He's flying in.
To hit him in the air.
Yeah.
He made it look way worse. If Cedric just kind of bumped him and he goes, oh, I fell over.
Yeah.
And then, you know, he stands on his feet and he kind of goes down to his knees like, oh, come on, you can't get a penalty for
Yeah.
that. But it's because Holding comes in and hits him about 5 minutes after play.
Yeah.
It's like, you're fucking, like, what was that? It was just like so personal.
Yeah, I don't know, was it just the pressure of the day got to him or what it was? But
I mean, obviously you're afraid of Stone getting behind, but like, it was just like so blatant.
yeah, but that's not going to help as well.
No.
Because if you're just and especially giving away silly fouls to a team Harry Kane plays for, he might score the free kick.
Yeah, you scored a free kick. Like it's
Or he'll put in an unbelievable ball onto Son's head. Like,
yeah. Now, look, they obviously have injuries to Ben White, who couldn't even come on. They looked like, okay, right, get some on. Ben, you're fit to play. Did a warm-up, and he went...
doesn't work for me, brother.
Actually, you know what? No. Yeah. No, I don't know what the exact situation was before the game. They said, look, just sit in the bench. You probably won't have to play. I just want you there for, you know, to make them think.
Yeah.
And then when it came to it, he was like, you know I can't play. Like, I know.
I know.
I know. Tavares, we're going to a back three. Get on there. And, yeah, the back three didn't work either. But, like, why would it? Like, they haven't practiced it, haven't done it. And you're playing against Kane and Son. Probably the two most informed players in the league, I would say. I mean, it's mad to think that Kane should probably make team of the year.
Yeah. I mean,
he's the best striker in the league by a distance.
Yeah. And I think he's like flying up the assist chart again as well, same as last year.
Oh, yeah. He has loads of assists. He doesn't have as many goals as Ronaldo. But other than that,
I doubt he's far off. Ronaldo's 18. Surely Kane's
I think he's
15.
like 13, 14. I think he has like 13, 14 assists.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, considering he didn't score for months, it felt like.
He refused to play the first game.
Yeah.
This, I mean, he bounced back from that. I gotta respect him. Yeah. Like, just like to act like that didn't happen.
Maybe he's right. Maybe he does deserve to go somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, again, what we're just saying about people playing well. When we saw him against Liverpool, it was like, oh wow, he's really good.
Yeah,
that was actually really good play from Kane there. But he was just bullying fucking Gabriel. He's been great all season.
Yeah.
For the third goal, for Son's second, he just kind of pushed him off the ball, held him off. I was like, fuck, like.
Somebody stop him.
Yeah, no, he's been really good and he played really well. And yeah, that was a killer blow for Arsenal's top four hopes.
It was.
This is what we said though. This was Tom. They drew at Liverpool. No shame in that. Most people fucking lose.
Yeah,
you got to go to your own home ground.
Yeah,
the stadium looks fucking unbelievable. By the way,
it's ridiculous.
When they came out, I was like, whoa,
yeah.
This really is a stadium.
Yeah, like they say, it's fucking
just like
amazing.
They say. And the atmosphere was unbelievable as well. It wasn't like too big.
No, it's perfect.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
So yeah, like they went to their own stadium. They hammered Arsenal. You know, they have Gabriel get injured at the end as well. It's like, oh, great,
goody.
You got no centre back. Looks like Shaq is probably going to be centre back.
Yeah.
They play Newcastle in their last home game of the season, with a team full of players who want to be part of this cash, this money train.
This is your last chance to impress.
You can't be losing 5-1 to City and then losing 3-0 to Arsenal. You can't lose at all. You got to beat Arsenal at home.
If you score a screamer in that game, there is a good chance your owners, who probably aren't that familiar with football, are at that game go, that guy's really good. Never sell him.
Right, you want to become
that was one of my favourite moments.
You're not good. You got to become a fan favourite.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all you have left now. So losing to Arsenal on the last home game, and you go and clap your fans. You clap those owners who've just seen you lose.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, fuck these lads.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a terrible game for Arsenal.
Yeah, I think so.
Everton, after drawing with Watford, for fuck's sake.
I saw Everton are... so remember we were talking about Lampard being like, he's not like, the fans aren't with it, like it's not happening. I saw a thing this week. They had a meeting. Everton met with like a lot of fans to thank them for their support over the last few games because they've been like really up for the games. And Lampard was a surprise guest and he thanked them all personally. He's done it, man. He's won them over.
Yeah, well, he said something outrageous actually.
What was that?
He said that Everton is a real football club. Like the fans that I've been at Chelsea and City, but I always felt like kind of touristy people there for a day out. These are real football people.
Wow.
Why is he not to Chelsea? Did he have a meeting with the new owners and went, you will never be manager here at Frank Lampard, okay? Yeah. We know whereabouts. They went, fuck Chelsea.
Yeah, I'm never going back there.
Now again, that's not verbatim. That's more homework for you to find the exact quote. But I thought, whoa, that's a bridge burned in half. I love City, like Chelsea. They're not real fans. Fucking hell.
It's mad though that it's... I think we'd even talked about this before, where it's like, when he came in, he was absolutely sinking the club. He was like, this is a terrible appointment. But if he keeps them up now, because he was doing so badly for so long, they'll be like, what a miracle.
Yeah.
He made it hard. Like, wow, he kept Everton in the Premier League.
Yeah. One of the biggest spending clubs in the world in the last few years.
Richarlison managed to score a goal. Like, he's I don't know, it's a galaxy brain move to be able to like sink them, barely save them. People are going to be like, you know what? Keep him around. Let's have him again next year. Get behind him.
They're on 35 points. Burnley leads on 34. Respectively, Leeds have the worst goal difference. Horrendous goal difference. I think like minus 30 something. 31.
And Leeds have 2 players out now with red card bans.
They're on the beach already.
Yeah.
Dan James and Luke Ayling on a booze cruise as we speak. I mean, that's just like a team form. But that's a team destined to go down, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
I, for an Arsenal point of view, because they play Everton the last day of the season, I want that tied up. I want that wrapped up. I want it done.
Yeah.
Right?
You can't afford any more Everton slip-ups until the last day.
Of course, if they lose to Newcastle, it's all over anyways. I mean, people are now back in Tottenham. They play Norwich on the last day and they play...
Burnley.
Oh, Burnley, yeah. Burnley, who are just sinking. Absolutely sinking. Yeah, Burnley and Norwich in the last game of the season. That's 6 points for Spurs. 100%. No question on it.
Although Spurs are one to do that of... Like that, I remember our good pal Barnesy always saying, for as long as he's been a Spurs fan, the never-ending thing is win a huge game, we're finally turning it around, lose in embarrassing fashion the game after, and then a few games coming back, and he says it's like it never changes no matter what. Yeah. So I could see them slipping up against Burnley.
Well, look, Burnley need to win, obviously.
Yeah, it's a huge game for Burnley.
But Spurs do as well, and they're just a better team, better manager, better everything.
Yeah, especially when you have Conte, I'm sure his whole thing is stamping out that we're not losing the easy game. No way.
And Kane and Son have been in unbelievable form. I was looking, Son is 1 goal behind Salah, obviously, in the Golden Boot. He has scored 14 of his 21 goals in the second half of the season.
When you need him.
He's a second half player.
Yeah.
You know, second half team, second half player. Son is on fire. This is when you need him. Kane obviously also playing for that. I don't know if he's playing for a move now, or is he just thinking, you know what?
I think the move is dead. I don't think anyone has money anymore.
I think he just like made his peace with Tottenham. Like, listen, I'm here. Let's just fucking play some
footy. I fucked it.
I fucked it. Some footy. Shall we?
Look.
You know, which is great for Tottenham. So yeah, that's the top 4 shaping up. The favourites are Tottenham. I still believe in Arsenal.
I would much rather Arsenal. That's just much more fun, isn't it?
Performance of heart from Tottenham Hotspur. Romero, whose heart was broken. Doherty. Romero. Bentancur. In by Kulusevski. Kane! That is extraordinary! He has gone and stolen it back! Melodrama upon melodrama! City thought they had saved it. You are never saved! Face to face with Harry Kane, and Conte has found a way. Pep's pain. Kane's utopia.
So we have games now till the end. The Arsenal Tottenham game was like the first kind of postponed game that they just kind of ran off.
When I was looking at how many games are left, I was like, "Oh my god,
It's
it never ends."
We have FA Cup today, Saturday
final.
As you're listening to this, it's probably already happened.
Yeah, definitely.
Let me just quickly check, see if Chris rang me back with that question. I had from. No. I was about Chris once.
He's gonna ring back. Are you in an accident?
So yeah, we have games all next week, which we will cover at some point.
Yeah.
Then we got the last, big when they all play at the same time.
Yeah, the big last day, the Sunday.
Probably. Well, again, at this point, you'll know if Liverpool are going for the treble or not. What do you think, Will?
We'll know if it's on or off.
Let's make a prediction for a game that's probably already happened for most listeners.
Yeah.
Who you fancying this one? Lukaku's Chelsea?
Oh, no, I can't see past Liverpool. Although it's Liverpool that probably, it's mad to say they're worse because I think they're still winning every game. Yeah. But it just feels like the wheels have fallen off a bit.
One draw.
I know, yeah. But
sorry, boys. We warned about this.
It's such a mad league because it's like that, and as well, I was thinking, imagine being a Liverpool fan and it's like you win.
Yeah.
Win. Drop 1 point, league's over. It's done. There's no coming back.
Which is exactly what happened to City, as well, to be fair.
Yeah.
They drew against Crystal Palace, but the league is back on. It's like, what? How? COVID. It comes for everybody.
No, I can't see past Liverpool in this game. I think it won't be like an easy game for them, but Chelsea are fucking...
This is their competition, man. The FA Cup is their competition.
I don't know. I can't imagine Liverpool only winning the Carabao Cup and the Champions. They'll win a treble, I think.
They win a treble.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Chelsea probably do it. I think that's just the way the season will go. Chelsea are the absolute upset team. They are the upset team. They love this kind of stuff. Like the Battle of the Bridge. They had no chance to win the league this year.
Yeah.
This is to stop the treble. That's what their motivation is.
When they're playing out of spite.
That's where they thrive. This is what they love. Playing out of absolute spite. Like, yeah. Treble, watch this. We win the FA Cup. And then they all fucking leave on free transfer at the end of the season. Yeah. Just completely.
Rudiger, never to be seen again.
Yeah.
No, honestly, that is nonsense. Nonsense. All nonsense. But listen, I've been on that road before.
Nonsense. Talking nonsense. Why should we accept somebody talking nonsense? Like, what would you say? Just why are you talking nonsense about us? Why are you talking rubbish?